All right. So, thank you for taking the time to help us for our field research. Before we get started, I just wanted to ask you if it's okay if I use the audio record for research purposes,
Yes.
and if I'm allowed to record you as well.
Yes.
Perfect. So, we're doing research on donation behavior amongst young professionals. And first of all, how old are you?
24.
24, all right, very nice. What is your occupation?
I'm a founder and CEO of my own company.
Okay, what kind of company is it?
It's a art collection platform for people to be able to collect art without spending thousands.
Okay, that's very interesting. Are you currently donating to charity?
I am not.
Have you ever donated to charity?
Indirectly, yes.
What do you mean with indirectly?
I ran a program. I have very bad eyesight. Thus I'm wearing glasses. And in high school, I started a charity drive, in a sense, to collect extra pairs of glasses and sunglasses from people to then donate to people in need who need eyewear.
That's nice. So it was more of a physical, tangible donation rather than money.
Exactly.
All right.
And I've done the same. I just donated a bunch of used clothes to a friend to ship back to the Dominican after the hurricane. So I usually do donations in kind rather than monetary donations.
Okay, that's so what is the reason why you don't donate money to a charity? Do you prefer just being involved in yourself, or what is?
So it's because it's hard to tell with charity sometimes where your money is going. I hear a lot of people complaining, if you send money to UNICEF, like that it's not actually getting to kids in need. It's just part of the cog that brings everything together, because the large charities need money not only for the charitable donations.
Yeah.
So it's really that following the donations to the impact.
Okay, so you're missing transparency in some of the organizations.
Yeah, and making sure that if a charity says your money is going to this cause, that my money is going directly to that cause.
Okay, so would you say you would rather want to, let's say, donate to the hurricane disaster to help the people in need, rather than to an organization, so a direct
Yes.
cause?
And even more so, I'd rather donate to individual communities and families, and because donations like this are small impact, so to actually make sure that I'm getting the most impact out of my small amount of donation.
Okay, that's nice. So you said you don't donate money, but would you say that over the past years your salary influenced your donation behavior?
As a founder of a new company, I'm not receiving a salary from myself, so I don't know if I can answer that
Okay.
with any certainty.
All right. Okay. So, if you were to donate, where would you go to find causes to donate to?
I would go in my own social circle. I donate to causes that friends are a part of, friends who work for different organizations or charities, or friends from different parts of the world that need help, going to Syrians that I know here and asking them where the best place to do that is.
That's nice. So it's more about the social aspect, that you can trust your friends,
Yeah.
relying on.
It's all going back to
Yeah.
the direct input. And
Yeah.
I want to donate and help in ways where I'm helping people that I know, because that's more powerful to me.
Yeah, that's nice. Do you know of any donation methods?
I know of the text to give money that are on a lot of billboards
Yeah.
and signs and TV and such. I know different small apps where you can donate your change, and then just kind of major donation brands like UNICEF, like I know I forget what it's called, maybe Green Forest. It's Unilever's donation brands, looking at kind of industries where then there's a large player.
All right, okay. What would be your preferred methods of donating?
I'd always prefer to give something that's not money until I have money. Then I'd happily give an amount of money.
Yeah.
And I think that's mainly it. Whatever I have that I can add to it, I'm happy to give.
I meant for, that you said that they have different apps or the text.
Okay, yeah.
I meant, what would you prefer? What method would you prefer, and why?
I would prefer bringing it somewhere, kind of in the sense of goodwill, where you go to a place with what you have and you drop it off.
Okay.
They say thank you and you leave. If it's monetary, then I'd rather just do it the easiest way possible, which would probably be an online transfer.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'd like just to have kind of the same model of recycling, that you bring your recycling somewhere for it to get reused.
Yeah, it's a nice idea. So you would say you prefer donating face to face, so you can
Yes.
visualize who's behind,
Yes.
like the end of the donation.
And even if I'm not donating face to face, it's nice to have that extra verification. I think one of the good examples of that is like when you buy a goat and they like send you pictures of the family who you bought the goat for.
Yeah, I really like that too. So
I also recently bought a penguin for a friend.
No.
He for his wedding registry, he didn't want money. He just wanted donations to, I think there were 3 different causes. It was to penguins, to koala bears, and to a general forestation conservatory. So I, for his wedding, donated a penguin.
That's really nice. I heard that it's a current trend too. Instead
Yeah.
of receiving gifts, you ask your friends to donate to other things, or
Yeah.
charities. Is that something you would consider for yourself as well?
I would, depending on how large that pool would be. If it's an event where people are expected to bring gifts and it's a lot of people, then yes.
Yeah.
If it's a smaller amount of people where I'm expecting something more personal, then no.
All right. Okay, makes sense. Have you heard about more advanced digital donation methods? I know you mentioned an app. Can you think of anything digital?
Donating in cryptocurrencies is the only thing I can think of.
Okay. Well, there's some. It's called donation hashtags. So hashtag donations. So basically, when you're on Facebook, you can see.
Okay, yeah, I know about that, where companies say if we'll donate $1 for each mention or hashtag.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can also click on the donation, and it'll transfer you to the direct donation platform. So for Hurricane Irma, that was a huge thing because people didn't want to go to charities, and they could just donate to the specific cause. And it's very, I heard it's very straightforward, it's very easy.
It's really great when it's run not by corporations, because I see a lot of those hashtag donate type of things where it's a corporation's giving arm, and it's a brand building exercise rather than a purely charitable exercise.
So you think that many organizations are putting their money in the wrong areas, or what?
Well, no, this is more that it's because there's this way that you can get like trending hashtags to donate things.
Yeah.
Companies use that as a marketing tool, and they use it as a goodwill tool. Okay, here's this company that is doing this great thing by donating.
Yeah.
Yet it's just a way for them to do marketing both for themselves and the charity, and I'd rather not have that extra step of them doing marketing for themselves.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I get it. What is the best way for a charity to reach you?
The best way for a charity to reach me, not coming by my door and knocking.
Okay, you don't like the
No.
face-to-face, door-to-door?
Yeah, face-to-face should be me initiating the face-to-face.
All right. Okay.
I'm trying to think of an example where a charity actually caught my mind. So the glasses one, what it was they had donation boxes that said one site, donate your old eyewear here to help people out. And that's what introduced me to the charity, because it was never a forceful give us this. It was a, here is a location where you can drop it off. Here is our branding so you know who we are and you can continue further. I know that the cafe I go to every morning has a place like that for old cell phones, and that works best when it's just there's visible locations available to donate.
So you don't feel like you're forced to donate.
Yeah.
That's what you like.
Yeah.
And what about emails or newsletters or social media?
I filter all of that out. I can't imagine anyone would ever get through to my main inbox, and if they did, I'd be very skeptical and most likely wouldn't follow up.
All right. Okay. Just because there's an overflow of information you're getting on a day-to-day basis.
I could get a million different emails from a million different charities. And that's not the best way, I think, for me to sort through who I want to go to.
Of course, makes sense. How does filling in documents with your personal information influence your donation behavior?
I can't remember a time I've ever had to do that, and I would be very reluctant to do so.
Why? Just because?
Because I like the anonymous nature of donating. I also like the ease of donating. I like to, again, just go either here's my stuff or here's my money, and that's it. That I don't need paper trails. I don't need any of that. I just want it to happen, and those are just extra steps that are kind of delaying that.
Okay, so you, by staying anonymous, you're not really looking for personal recognition.
Yeah.
So you like to do it just for yourself, or what is your main factor that makes you donate?
It's personal causes. It's things that I have seen that are difficult. It's causes that have been apparent to me, so that when I donate, I know what I'm donating for, and I don't need the personal recognition because it's to a cause where I've met people who have been affected, or I've seen things that display how something is wrong and how charity can fix that.
All right. Okay. That's nice. Now that, I told you about a few different donation methods, would you donate when you come across one of them? And if yes, which one?
So, of each method? So, I don't think I donate to an email.
Okay.
I also don't think I donate to a poster or an advertising telling me to SMS this for $5. I don't think I would donate to someone door to door.
Yeah.
And I think I would donate to publicly available donation places, like in airports you have the thing where you can donate your change, things where it's easy, it's practical, and that it's not intrusive.
I know about an organization that had a contactless payment box. So they would go around the city and approach people. And you know how with your Dutch, it's international but you can just put your credit card or debit card against the box and you can transfer money.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would also want to do?
I would do that. I don't think I'd do it if someone approached me on the street.
Okay.
I think that every charity has applicable places that your charity relates to, and to put a contactless box in those locations. Let's say you are for reducing the use of palm tree oil, and you go into a pop-up shop that is promoting fair trade use, and then that's where the location of the contact box is. That would more incentivize me because I see the connection rather than someone on the street.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what are the this is the last question now. What are the 3 most important factors for you when you donate to charity, or if you were to donate to charity? One of them is layout of social media pages and their official website. interactivity of the charity, so two-way communication. If they reply to tweets, if they reshare your post about the organization, challenges associated with the cause, so the Ice Bucket Challenge or Movember, causes, so if it's children in need, animals, something like that, convenient payment methods, rewards, so may it be tangible or social rewards as well, and transparency.
So I think number one would be transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Number two would be the cause, like the
Yeah.
and fifth one, and then can you repeat the first two?
Layout of social media and interactivity of the charity.
I think interactivity would be third then,
And why?
because it goes with transparency.
Mm-hmm.
It is another layer on top of transparency. It gives a personal face
Mm-hmm.
to an organization that usually doesn't have one.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, great. That was it. Thank you very much for your help. Yeah. So basically.